What is up, guys? I'm back with another video, and this is the Q&A that I posted about on my Instagram a couple weeks ago. I asked you guys to comment your questions that you wanted answered or direct message me with them, and yeah, so here I am to answer your questions. I have a lot of friends. The reason I decided to do this is because a lot of my friends will like text me and they'll be like, hey, you know, I have a question about this, and I absolutely love answering their questions. Like, anything related to health and fitness, like, it's not annoying to me, or, I don't know, I just love it. So, I love answering their questions and helping anyone in any way that I can. But I was like, you know, maybe there are some people out there who, like, think that it would be annoying to ask a question, or don't know how to go about asking a question. So, I posted a picture, and I told you guys to leave me your questions, and yeah, so here I am to answer them. So with that being said, if you ever have any questions about anything health, fitness related, feel free to ask me. And if I don't know the answer, then, I mean, by no means am I like, you know, this, you know, professional fitness trainer person who knows every question, every answer in the world to every question. But I do read a lot of articles, watch a lot of YouTube videos, so if there is a way for me to help you, or if I do know the answer, then I will most certainly do everything in my power to help you. So I'm going to start off with just a couple of basic questions that I got, and then get into showing you some stuff, because I've recently started tracking my macros, and I've had some people ask me some questions about that, as far as like, what are macros? Like, I don't know how to do that. I don't want to count calories, but I don't know how to, you know, tell what I should be eating in a day. And I'm going to get into all that jazz here in a minute, but first I'm going to answer some questions. So, I don't have an hour to exercise every day. Am I doomed? No. Something that I like to do a lot is HIIT, and HIIT stands for High Intensity Interval Training, and with that, you don't have to have a lot of time. The HIIT workouts that I usually do, they last 20 minutes total, because I'll do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off of 10 different exercises and repeat it one time through or two times through, so 20 to 30 minutes. But you can most certainly, you know, verify it to the way that you need it to work for your schedule. So no, just because you don't have an hour to exercise does not mean that you cannot change your body or reach your goals. I hate running. How do I implement cardio? I hate running too. Like I just mentioned, HIIT is something that I go for. What I've been doing lately, and this may be crazy, but it's actually kind of like peaceful for me, is the Stairmaster I've fallen in love with. And what I will do is I will get my phone or my iPad, and I'll take it with me, and I'll set it up on the little screen on the Stairmaster, and I'll put it on a YouTube video, a Netflix show, just something. And I want it to be something that lasts about 30 minutes, because on the Stairmaster, I'll put it at about level 10, which is halfway. So 30 minutes at level 10, and you will sweat. Your heart rate will get up, and that is one of my favorite forms of cardio. Also, another way, a lot of people don't know this, but you don't actually have to do cardio, or what people think of as cardio, in order to get your heart rate up and burn fat. Something that I personally love implementing into my workouts are supersets or trisets. And a superset is just 2 exercises completed back to back with little to no rest in between. And a triset is 3 exercises completed back to back with little or no rest in between. And taking out your breaks in between sets is what's going to allow your heart rate to get up faster, because you're working your body at a higher pace. So that's something that I highly recommend doing if you don't feel like doing HIIT or any type of cardio or Stairmaster. If you don't want to do supersets, then I don't know what else to say. How long should I rest in between sets? This is something that, again, goes back to what I just said, doing supersets, trisets. Like, whenever I do a superset, it is 2 exercises with no rest in between. So if I'm supersetting squats with RDLs, then I will do my squats, I will re-rack the weight, and then I'll go do my RDLs once I'm done with that, I usually like to take a 30 to 1 minute rest in between, because I do want to allow my muscles to, have a little bit of a rest so that I can efficiently go and complete the superset or triset again. Because if you're working your muscles or overworking your muscles, then more than likely you're not going to be able to lift as heavy. But if you're having like a heavy day, it just depends if you're doing a volume day or not. But if you're having a heavy day, then you probably should take a little bit more rest in between sets. So I would recommend like 1 to 2 minutes. But that's just my recommendation. It's all up to personal preference and the way your body is reacting to it and what you feel you can do. Okay. What is the best lower ab workout? Lower abs. This one's a tough one because I have two answers for this. First of all, you're not going to see any progress in your stomach area or with your abs until you properly diet. And this is something that I learned the hard way. For the longest time, I would do ab workouts like every single day. Be like, oh my god, like, why are my abs not showing? But it's true what they say, like abs really are, I wouldn't say that they're made in the kitchen. I think they're revealed in the kitchen. I think abs are made in the gym but revealed in the kitchen. And the reason I say that is because everyone's born with abs. I mean, we're all born with a butt, like we're all born with abs too. It's just a matter of, who you can see and who you can't. So what I would recommend for lower abs, what are my favorite lower ab exercises? I really like the V-ups, leg lifts, 6 inches. A good one is hanging from like your, what's it called? Your pull-up bar and lifting your legs up. Make sure that you are really getting your butt in the air, because that's going to help. Or, I don't even know what it's called, the machine that goes like this and you just lift your legs. That's a good one. But ultimately, if you're wanting to get rid of that lower belly fat, it's really just implementing cardio to help burn fat and also making sure that your diet is on point. And that's something that I've struggled with. It's a problem area for a lot of women. Problem area for me, it's where I genetically store fat. So, and that's another thing, you can't choose where you genetically store fat. We all store fat in different places. I store fat in my lower back and in my stomach. Some people store fat in their butt or their boobs. Those are the blessed ones. Some people store fat in their quads, in their hamstrings, it's just in their arms. Like it's different for everyone. It's purely based off genetics. But as far as burning fat, I would, recommend doing HIIT, implementing cardio, and then of course abs to strengthen your core. So I hope I answered that question. Let's see. Have you found any good workouts for getting rid of love handles or making your waist smaller? As far as my waist goes, I've noticed the biggest difference from implementing cardio, and also I wouldn't recommend doing this like every day or all the time, but sitting in the sauna helps me a lot, because genetically I store a lot of water weight in my stomach. So whenever I sit in the sauna, I feel a lot leaner the next day. So that really helps me with my stomach area. And for love handles, something that I would say, because I used to make this mistake all the time, whenever I first started working out a couple years ago, I would actually do weighted oblique ab exercises, and I cannot stress to you guys how important it is to not do that. And the reason I say that is because, think about it, whenever you are lifting weights, you're typically attempting to, whatever area, body that you're working, body part, you're trying to make that muscle grow larger. So if I'm doing bicep curls, I'm trying to get my bicep bigger. If I'm doing squats, I'm trying to get my butt bigger. If you're doing weighted oblique exercises, you are trying to get your hips bigger. And a lot of people don't know that. So like the whole, holding the weight like this and doing this number, do not do that weighted, because all you're doing is growing your oblique. Like, you're making it bigger. And that is something that I was like, oh my god, I'm an idiot. Like, of course, that makes complete sense, because like I just said, if you're, wanting to work a muscle and make it grow bigger, you implement weight. So do not do weighted ab exercises, or not weighted ab exercises, but weighted oblique exercises. I think that will help a lot. And I mean, the answer to this kind of sucks, but of course cardio, because usually in your love handle area it's fat that would be bulging out or making it appear that you have love handles. So cardio, HIIT, Stairmaster, sauna, make sure your water intake is where it needs to be. Yeah, I think that answers that one. What are some healthy fats and what do you eat in a day? Healthy fats: nuts, almonds, unsalted nuts, by the way, not the salted peanut thing. Almonds, cashews, peanuts, I already said almonds, pecans, avocado is one of my favorite. And I had this sitting aside to answer a particular question, but this all natural peanut butter and co. white chocolate wonderful, favorite peanut butter ever, and this is a pretty healthy fat. It has 14 grams and 1 serving, which is 2 tablespoons. So peanut butter is a good source of fat. And what do you eat in a day? I would film another full day of eating for you guys if you guys want to see that, but I'm just such a boring eater. Like, my dad has this saying, want to be big, you gotta eat big. And the reason he says that is because, like, some of the stuff that he eats, like, they're not appetizing to him. He doesn't enjoy eating them, but he has a goal that he wants to reach, so he eats that way. I personally enjoy everything that I eat, and I'm not gonna, starve myself or eat something that I don't like just to make my body look a certain way. But just to give you guys like an idea for breakfast items, protein oatmeal. Sometimes I'll just eat a protein bar depending on if I'm hungry or not. A rice cake with the peanut butter on it. Egg whites, whole eggs. Almond butter is a good one. That's also a good fat, almond butter. A protein shake. I'm pretty simple when it comes to breakfast, to be honest. One of my favorite things if I'm eating out, to eat out for breakfast, is a egg white girl from Chick-fil-A. That thing's delicious. Has a lot of protein in it too. It's got the chicken and the egg. For lunch, typically I'll eat a tuna sandwich on wheat bread, cottage cheese, chicken, quinoa, broccoli, asparagus, yogurt. That's another good breakfast item, yogurt. The Oikos 000, it's got 0 fat, 15 protein, 14 carb. The banana cream flavor, you guys have got to try it. It tastes like banana pudding. I'm not even kidding. It's not disgusting at all. It's actually really great. That's a really good one. How do you... This one's a good one. Thank you to my friend for asking this, because I've set aside some goodies to talk about. So basically I was asked, like, how do you avoid eating sweets? And I've said this before. I'm the type of person that when it comes to breaking a diet, like, some of my friends would give in to, like, burgers and fries and, like, good savory foods, but I can resist those easily. Like, no temptation whatsoever. I can go to the Mexican restaurant and have a huge plate of chips and salsa sitting in front of me, and I won't touch not one. I've actually done that recently. Or go to Olive Garden and, like, not touch a breadstick. Like, those kinds of foods, I mean, they're tempting, don't get me wrong, and I absolutely love chips and salsa and breadsticks from Olive Garden, but that's not what, like, really, that's not what I struggle with. I struggle with sweets. So, what I have done to kind of help my sweet tooth is, first of all, Halo Top. Saving grace. Probably wouldn't have gotten this far without Halo Top. The second thing, Power Crunch bars. I actually have 2 of them right here because these are my favorite flavors. Triple chocolate, the best. These things, you guys, macros on them are 13 fat, 10 carb, 13 protein, 205 calories. Triple chocolate one is delicious, but my all-time favorite one is the peanut butter fudge. And this one, 200 calories, 12 fat, 10 carb, 13 protein. Peanut butter fudge tastes just like a nutty bar. I don't know if you guys have ever had those. It's got chocolate, the wafer in the middle, and the peanut butter. Oh, that thing is delicious. Oftentimes I will save that and, like, have it as my dessert. Another thing that I really like, but this one's kind of high in carbs, is the Chef Robert Irvine's Fit Crunch birthday cake flavor bar. Yeah, The nutrition facts on this one aren't as good as the Power Crunch bars, but this one has a lot more protein, and it is kind of proteiny tasting, but if you don't mind that, then this one's really good. I get over the protein taste. I still think it's really good, though, compared to a lot of other, like, protein bars that I've had. But 380 calories, 16 fat, 27 carb, 30 protein. Freaking delicious. Another thing is the White Chocolate Wonderful. If I'm craving something sweet, I will throw this on a rice cake because rice cakes are delicious. And then another thing that I would recommend is make sure you're consuming enough water, because like if I get bored and want to bored eat, I will just make myself drink water, because water helps to fill you up, and obviously staying hydrated is important. So I would recommend consuming more water. And gum. Sugar-free gum helps me a lot, because sometimes whenever I get done eating, usually if I eat a meal, I'm always craving something sweet after. And most times, I'm actually not hungry. Like, after I eat my meal, I'm actually full, but I'm craving something sweet because that's just the way I am. I have a really big sweet tooth. So what I'll do is I'll just pop a piece of gum in and chew on the gum, and that will usually help satisfy my craving. So, as I mentioned at the beginning, I've been asked a lot about macros and how they work, and by no means am I a professional. When I first heard about macros, I was like, I don't really feel like counting calories or macros or any of these other like fad things that are, super popular. But I have actually fallen in love with IIFYN, if it fits your macros. But there's a lot of apps that you can use, but I prefer to just write it down because I like seeing everything this way. I'm just like a visual person like that. So what I have done is I went out, bought a notebook, and I'll show you guys. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see this, but in this column, it is the food item that I'm eating. So I have different headers: breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, and then the total for the day. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Okay, so then in the other columns, I have calories, fats, carbs, and protein. So essentially, to count macros, there are 3 basic components of a macro, or that are macros, and that is your fats, your carbs, and your proteins. So on anything, any nutrition label, what I look at, I do look at the calories. I have those listed here too, but I count the fats, the carbs, and the proteins. So every single day, I have a set number that I need to hit for each of those individual categories. So what I do is I will write down the food item. So let's say I have tuna. I'll write down tuna, I'll write the calories, however much fat is in it, the carbs, and the protein. And every single day, you can, do it before the day. I like to do it throughout the day because I don't know, like, at what times in the day I'm going to be hungry, or what I'm going to be craving that day, or even what I'm going to be doing that day. So I do it as I go, but it's really helped me stay on track. And I don't know if I ever mentioned this like at the beginning of my YouTube or my fitness journey, but I actually gained a pretty good amount of weight, which is why I started doing this. I was not happy with my self-image at all. I started off this journey at 152 pounds, and I weighed in today, and I currently weigh 136 pounds. So I've lost a total of 16 pounds. Is that what that is? 152, 142 is 10. Yeah, 16 pounds. So, I don't know. I'm happy with the progress that I've made, but by no means am I satisfied with the way my body looks now. I still have a lot of work to do, but it's a journey. It's a journey that I enjoy. I enjoy eating healthy things. I like the way it makes me feel. Yeah, I'm just really liking this process. Hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. I will definitely do more in the future if you guys want me to. But yeah, this is it for now. At this point, this is a 20-minute video. I hope I answered you guys' questions to your satisfaction. If I didn't, comment below. Or if you have more questions, comment below and I will definitely answer them for you guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.